whatever the case may be. Yeah, so. And that's what we're getting to, man. Because enough with the telling you people, you know. And we coming to the end of this. Very soon we're not gonna be out here, you know, reading you a Bible. Next we're gonna show you the hard way. Yeah. And that's if you even come across a man of the Lord. You might learn either way you're gonna learn the hard way, but it might not be in the hands of one of the elect. But you're gonna learn. They shall know it through death by pain. And things about it start getting real nasty. It's, again, when you stop seeing us, because everybody that sees us, they know we come out here religiously every week, sometimes multiple times a week, on the clock, like routine, right? So when we start coming out here, things is gonna be terrible out here, and people are gonna start, damn, they didn't come this week. Hopefully they come next week. Damn, it's been 2 weeks and I ain't seen them. You know, this is gonna shake people up, because when we stop coming out here, the world, as you know, is gonna be different. It's not gonna be what it is now. And them motherfuckers riding bikes, ringing the little bells, fat bitches talking shit, walking by, 100 pounds overweight. And a lot of people are about to go on a ghost. What they called it? The Biggest Loser, the Slim Fast diets. A lot of people are about to be forced into diets. They're forced into fasting. Forced into confronting, you know, things that you don't want to confront. A lot of people try to avoid confrontation. You're about to be forced into it, and that's why the Lord's about to turn us into hunters. You know, the game's done with, man. The Lord's about to put us on a level that, again, the standard being lifted. The Lord's about to put us on an untouchable level. Why? So He can show His power, so you can know who His chosen are, who His prophets were. Here it is, the century after century, generation after generation, captivity after captivity. The prophets have been scoffed at, mocked, killed, persecuted, hated, so on and so forth. And then at the very end, He's just going to continue to let this go on. Now it's time for you to know how the Lord deals, and really refresh the world's memory on how He deals. Because the world has forgotten the power of the Lord and how He used to deal with His men, where they could call fire from the heavens and burn niggas up, just like that. Or have bears come out of the bushes and kill a bunch of children. That's the power you're about to recognize again. When we start commanding things to happen and they instantly happen.
Just back up the brother. This is Psalms 149 and verse 6 and 7. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand.
Yeah, that's high praises. Ain't nobody praising the Lord. The last thing on people's mind throughout the whole day is praising the Lord. What they want? They want to praise themselves. You know, they want praises of men. They want to be cheered on by some cheerleaders or some spectators.
And this is twofold, because right now we have that two-edged sword, which is this word. And we're what? Cutting the soul asunder. We're cutting people deep with this word. That's why you get people that come up here, or they sing videos and then they see us out on the streets and they come up here with an issue because what? Their soul is cut. Yeah, they condemn.
They know what? They know their deeds are evil. You don't got a problem with us. You got a problem with the word of the Lord. We're just telling you what the scriptures say. But I thought you was a Christian. You're a Christian when you got a problem with the word of the Lord. Oh, you're taking that in context. You're cherry picking. We've heard it all. Whatever. You break it down. You got no answers.
Verse 7. Let me finish 6. And a two-edged sword in their hand to execute vengeance upon the heathen.
And that's physically going to happen too. When we become hunters, you know. And again, the two-edged sword is just a weapon, right? We could have a fire sword, call that out and just make it out of thin air.
Telekinetic powers.
Yeah. Bug you out in your own mind. Have you killed yourself?
To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people.
Yeah, and vengeance is on the Lord. So the Lord's going to use those that have been serving Him, all right, to execute that vengeance. Go ahead.
And punishments upon the people.
That's King James, right?
Yep. to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron.
That's what hunters do. They go hunting.
And throw the prey into cages.
Yeah, exactly. Or kill them.
Yeah, or kill them.
And so the Lord's going to give us a hit list. And we're going to go hunting them down. That's what hunters do, don't they? Ain't that what Esau does? He go and hunt animals down, or put them in zoos. That's what we're going to do when you eat them. You devils. And you other nations.
Or bring you forth to your house. As he said, if they that would not have me reign over them, bring them hither, and slay them before me. Because Yahushua wants to see it. He wants to look people in the eyes when they're getting that judgment.
Bend the knee or die. And even if you do, you're going into slavery. Because that's what we're looking for. We're looking for slaves. We're not going to kill everybody. There's going to be billions left still. Because we need slaves. And that's for the hunters to round them up. Just like the Lord allowed Esau to round our people up around the world. And to have a whole slave trade. Well, now it's our turn.
Instead of MAGA, it's going to be MEGA.
Yeah.
Make Earth great again. And it's going to be by what? Us being in our proper positions as rulers of the earth under Yahushua, and the heathens being our servants.
To make the earth better again, these devils got to be enslaved. They can't be in no position of power. No, we don't care what you think, your opinions, none of that. You're going back to brain in the bushes. We don't want to hear you Edomites ever again, really. You know, the last thing we want to hear out your mouth is them cries that you're going to give when we burn you niggas up.
You want to hear that hammer tinkling on the rocks.
Yeah.
Breaking big rocks into little rocks. Verse 9, to execute upon them the judgment written, this honor have all his saints.
It's an honor, it's a privilege. And the saints are going to, again, beginning with the 144,000, the hunters, the service of the Lord, we're going to get the honor, the privilege. I think it's the NLT. Go to the NLT, that last verse, where it said it's an honor. I think it says privilege in the NLT or the NIV, one of those. It's a privilege to be part of the first was to round these dirty, the leaders of this world, we're going to get them round up and put chains on them. Not every Israelite's going to get that experience.
Psalms 149 and verse 9 in the NLT, to execute the judgment written against them, this is the glorious privilege of
glory. It is a glorious privilege to put shackles on devils, slay them niggas.
And you devils can relate. You know that feeling every time you slap them handcuffs on Jake.
Exactly. They still do it to this day.
They love it. Or when they blast Jake off. I think it was one of you brothers who sent a video yesterday of that Edom, or maybe it was in the Heads chat, where the Edomite just pulled out. Dude came up to the dude's house. There was an argument. Dude came out the house with a shotgun. And he was looking for somebody to kill. As soon as the dude tried to take the gun, he just pulled back and bam, 2 shots. He had
self-defense.
Self-defense. But he didn't hesitate because he wanted to kill somebody, and he felt damn good about it too. You can see the look on his face. He was proud as hell. Lady was telling, we got it all on video. He was like, good.
Do it again.
He went to the comment section. He said, it wasn't a sound. Like it was wrong for them to talk about that.
So it's going to be normal for us. We're putting foots up your asses, you heathens. But chiefly, you Edomites. Because all the leaders of this world, they're going into slavery. Because they ain't going to die. The people that at the top of all these nations, they not going to die. They got bunkers. They going to hide. They already know what's coming. They sit down in these fucking summits and they discuss what's coming. They know. They even show you in the movie 2012 where the fucking earth started collapsing and they had a boat in China and shit. I think it was 2012, something like that. And it was a bunch of leaders of the world all over that's real. That's real. All the niggas on the Epstein list, they gonna be waiting for us to come get them. All the niggas on the Epstein list. Majority of them anyway.
I got something real quick. Ezekiel 25, and I'll start at 13. And Good News Translation. It's verse 13. Now I announce that I will punish Edom and kill every person and animal there. I will make it a wasteland from the city of Teman to the city of Dedan, and the people will be killed in battle. My people Israel will take...
That's somebody that going to the battle, screaming out the goddamn car like of course a nigga.
Verse 13, Ezekiel 25 and 13 in the Good News translation. Now I announce that I will punish Edom and kill every person and animal there. I will make it a wasteland.
Yeah, America, right? Because that's where Edom is Jordan currently. You know, the state or the country of Jordan. That's not where the news is going to obliterate. It's talking about America, where the Lord going just like in the flood, kill animals, people, grass, everything. Right?
From the city of Teman to the city of Dedan, and the people will be killed in battle.
It's going to be a battle, all right. The last battle ever fought.
Verse 14, my people Israel will take revenge on Edom for me, and they will make Edom feel my furious anger.
Yeah, with Jeremiah 51. Where the
that's
Lord's
true.
going to use us as a battle accident.
Yeah. That's
Edom will know what it means to be the object of my revenge.
Yeah, you devils, you're going to know what it means to be a slave. Right? Because what the Lord's going to extract his revenge upon you through his people.
Because we were the object of the Lord's revenge. He was getting down on us, and he used Esau on us.
Not to take this body. Goes around, comes around.
That's right.
The sovereign Lord has spoken.
That's what the Lord said, and that's what He's going to do. And you're now you playing the victim, but you are the victim. You're going to be the victim of what's coming. But they don't shed them tears now. You wasn't shedding them tears when you was the perpetrator, you know. So now you're gonna be the victim.
Can we finish with Jeremiah 16?
Yeah, finish that off. Yeah. Let's start at the top again. 17. Just the 17.
This is 17? Y'all was gonna get an NLT. Jeremiah.
Okay, start 16.
Jeremiah 16 and verse 16, the NLT from the top. But now I am sending for many fishermen who will catch them, says the Lord. I am sending for hunters who will hunt them down in the mountains, hills, and caves.
Yeah, so wherever the deep underground military bases, the mountain retreats, whatever the fuck they gonna hide, in the water, in the space stations, it doesn't matter where the fuck they go, the Lord's gonna send out hunters looking for your ass. We're gonna, again, like Brother read in the song, we're gonna have the privilege, the glorious privilege, the honor to come get the elites, the people living lavishly off of your backs, right? Because the people we're talking about, they haven't worked a hard day's work in their lives. The people that actually call shots around the world, and it ain't Donald Trump. Donald Trump's low level compared to these people we're talking about, but nonetheless, Donald Trump will be shackled and chains as well. Because in that song it said the kings and the nobles, they all going into slavery. I don't give a damn if they're a Rothschild, a Clinton, a Bush, or Joe Schmo working at Walmart. They're all going into slavery. But the first fruits of slaves is going to be the elites. The first slaves are going to be the motherfuckers that haven't worked a day in their life. It's going to be tough for them. having worked one day in their life, and they're going straight into slavery, hardcore. You know, so it's going to be a tough one for them. Go ahead.
Verse 17, Jeremiah 16 and 17. I am watching them closely, and I see every sin. They cannot hope to hide from me.
Yeah, they can hope. Hey, you can run, but you can't hide, as the saying goes. And the Lord's gonna give us a spiritual technology or spiritual powers that way overpasses anything Esau got with his little radar system. We're gonna be able to see through walls, hear people's thoughts. So there's no hiding from that. We're gonna know exactly where you are. You know, just disappear behind you. Tap you on the shoulder, disappear again. Well, you know, we're gonna be on a high level, and then we're gonna be able to beat you to powder if we want. But now we're not gonna kill the first fruits that we get right now. We're gonna put this. I mean, we're gonna kill people, of course, but we need a lot of slaves, man. We're gonna beat the shit out of you and put them chains on you, and no matter where you try to hide, because again, they're trying to. Esau knows what's coming, so he's going to try to hide. You know, the invasion that's coming when the Lord returns. They're going to try to hide if they're not already in their bunkers, right? The top elite, anyway, because they don't know either. They don't know when the Lord's coming back, but they see the signs. That's why they're coming down with great wrath, because he knows he has but a short time. But these devils, they're so proud that they think they can hide from the Lord. When the scriptures tell you you're going to try to hide, and you're still going to get got. You're still going to be found. I don't care how thick that damn door is, titanium 18-foot door is, that weighs 3,300 tons, whatever. Would you just disappear behind you or kick the door down with ease? See, what Esau couldn't account for is the spiritual power, because he can't. That's not nothing he can actually, like evaluate or study. He can't study the power of the Lord. But that's what spiritual power is the power of the Lord, being manifested through His servants. You know. But Esau, he can't replicate. And look at the level of weaponry this devil has. And he doesn't even come close to what the Lord can do through His servants, man. Everything that Esau got weapons for, a lot of it's already written in the scriptures where a man did it, a servant of the Lord did it. You know, lasers, killing thousands of people. Samson, the jawbone, the acid jawbone. And y'all think it's fairy tale or cartoons or superhero movies? That's written in the Bible, though. Superhuman strength. That's what the Lord's about to unleash out here. super abilities that you thought was impossible. Like movie, was it Glass?
Talking about
Samuel Jackson.
Samuel Jackson, the Beast. Yeah, the Beast. The one dude, he's cloning out.
Yeah, they're talking about the nigga from
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, yeah.
Bruce Willis.
They say, hey, which that nigga through his family said they gonna donate his brain when that nigga died. He ain't even dead. They talking about donating his brain to science. Like, man, nigga can't even die before they donate his shit.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, that's what the Lord's about to unleash out here. Again, that standard, it's gonna have people in complete awe. Like they're not gonna be able to explain it away. And then again, the believers, they're gonna ask, inquire how this is even possible, and they'll find out that it was through the Lord we were able to do these things. Imagine hopping over a whole building, just taking them off jumping, and you come back running like the Flash, or you heal somebody, or multiply food. People are gonna ask, how are you able to do this? And the believers are gonna be converted right there and then the scoffers are gonna continue to be bunked out and destroyed. Because if you see a miracle, there's only two ways from that. You're either gonna ask and believe, or you're gonna just die in your incredulity. Because even people that saw the Lord do miracles, they were still scoffers. They still didn't believe after seeing the Lord do great works. Everybody think it's gonna change now? Shit. They didn't believe the Lord Himself when He did works. And He even said, don't believe me for what I'm saying, believe me for the very works. And they still didn't believe. Them motherfuckers are back here today. That was it.
Get out.
You had something?
Yeah, I'll go back to it.
Well, I had that Amos. You start on the script.
Okay.
You got it. You get it out.
It's Amos 9, verse 1. It says, I saw the Lord standing upon the altar, and He said, smite the lintel of the door, that the posts may shake and cut them in the head, all of them. And I will slay the last of them with the sword. He that fleeth of them shall not flee away, and he that escapeth of them shall not be delivered. Though thou dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them.
That's going into the bunkers, the deep underground military bases, whatever you want to call it, the shelters. They really think that they can hide from the Lord. They're talking about going to Mars. They're selling tickets for the moon, hotels. This is a psychotic man selling dreams that he know damn well ain't gonna come to happen. selling tickets to the fucking moon. What a devil. And taking the money too. Knowing damn well you ain't never going to the moon. Never went to the moon, but they selling hotels for Mars and the moon. And, well, they're going to try to hide in the Earth. They ain't going to fucking Pluto to hide. The scripture said they're going to hide in hell. They're going to dig down, but them motherfuckers dig deep down. You know, even Cheyenne Mountain, that's miles, you know, under Earth. As far as like the mountain and shit. And they even show you that in Resident Evil, the movie Resident Evil, Umbrella Corp was miles and miles under the ground, yo. So you got cities under cities. Hell, New York is a whole city underneath the streets. You know, if you go into the history, they just kept building over shit too. There's a lot of cities, main cities in America that have whole underground cities that you'll never even know about. But nonetheless, you think they can't go miles into the earth to build bunkers to in their mind to survive what are they digging so deep down for to survive nuclear warfare? That's why they're digging that. It ain't just to escape radiation or to survive the sun, the solar rays. No, it's because they know nuclear destruction is coming. Boy, this wall is so thick and the door is blocked and withstand a nuclear attack. Yeah, okay, we'll see. Where was that tested at, nigga? How the fuck do you know it's going to survive a nuclear attack anyway? The walls is going to come crumbling down on a lot of these motherfuckers. The lower luminaries, right? The niggas that have maybe some millions and they got enough to make a bunker, that bunker is going to collapse on your ass. Shit. If you ain't got billions and trillions, your bunker ain't up to par.
And if you in one in America, you're gonna be buried underneath that shit.
Oh, you gonna come out? Yeah. 33 years later, you gonna come out? Yeah, man.
The missiles gonna tear all that shit up. You gonna still asking why it's so hot and you in a bunker. If you in America, the Lord gonna pelt this place, man.
And then just the earthquake itself, that's gonna happen. That's what I'm saying. The walls are gonna just cave in. If you're in America and you're in a bunker, you're an idiot. You should have got one in Switzerland. Yeah.
Y'all read that already in Revelation 6?
I got it.
Oh, okay.
That was it. Well, the last little part says, "Though I climb up to heaven, thence will I bring you down."
You got the space station. Whatever bullshit they got out there. And they only tell us what they want us to know anyway. But we know there's an international space station. Right? Before the Van Allen belt. Usher 2026 through. Look at this. Can't with the drop top. C-class. Through.
He made it.
He made it. Big small bird. He gonna be alright tonight though. Yeah, well, hey, the Lord's calling me. It ain't okay. You ain't gonna be alright. But that's our people for you. Thinking they made it in America. They not motherfuckers can't. This nigga can't afford rent, let alone a bunker. Well, you think everything's fine today? America loves you. Trump loves you. He gonna send you a stimulus check, tax relief. You're still gonna be broke. You're still gonna be broke. Play Usher to that. Getting your ass beat by looking federal agents. They stomp you and dace you at the same time. That's why, majority of our people that we look at every day is just gonna die. They're just gonna burn alive if they stand upon their feet, as the scripture say. Go ahead now. The Revelation 6.
This is Revelation chapter 6 and verse 15. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every freeman, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb.
Yeah, that's again Esau hiding in their bunkers, man. And him, they'll like scripture say, they might detonate TNT when they go in there to block the doors off with the, with the rubble. Like that's gonna do anything. But this devil's so proud, and he'll do anything to get away. But again, why are you hiding? Because they know they're guilty. He's a vagabond. He gotta hide. He knows he's guilty. But that ain't gonna stop the hunters that the Lord's gonna send, the angels. That ain't gonna stop Yahushua, and Yahushua ain't coming to grab you. He's gonna send us to grab you, and then we're gonna bring you to him. And it's gonna be a whole wall. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time once we round you up. It's gonna be a process, You're not gonna go to work day one. No. We're gonna slap changes on you. Then we're gonna, just me speculating. We're gonna put hell on you. We're gonna make you walk, because we can just easily teleport you somewhere. Nope, you're gonna walk in a chain gang like you did us, tied together, and just keep walking. And if a motherfucker die, you gotta drag that nigga with you. You're gonna be walking until we tell you to stop. Then we're gonna give you some more orders. Then we're gonna sell you off. All right, and now your job is to do this. Your job is to bury them bodies. Y'all bury them bodies. So it's gonna be the new slave trade. We're gonna send you all around the world to clean up the earth, because they gotta be cleaned up before we start building. And don't worry, you're gonna have other heathens right along with you. You're just gonna be the worst ones off though, because all the people left around. After the missile say we get delivered and come back down, there's gonna be a lot of people still around the earth living. And then we're gonna round up the elites and whatnot. And then the rest of the people that survive, that we're not in bunkers, they're gonna get with the program real quick when they see the power that we come down with. But the elites, the kings of all these different nations, you're gonna be at the very bottom, right? Because you heathens, chiefly Edom, but even the rest of the heathens, they sold their own people out. They sold out to Edom so they're leaders of their own people, so they can live good, right? A Moabite, the top of the Moabites sold their own people out so they can live good right along with Esau, get the crumbs, right? While their people are living in fucking mud huts, eating rice, bowls of rice every day. Y'all gonna go into slavery too. And really, think about it. That's why the biggest population is Moab and Elam. We got billions of motherfucking servants waiting, ready to go. Billions, Between the two is like 3 billion, almost 3 billion, and that's almost half the population. Hell, the majority of the population on the earth is in Asia. Between China and India, in that region, the majority of the earth lives there. So hey, they're gonna be waiting around for us to come get them. I'm sure a lot of people are going to die, obviously, in the wars and whatnot. But that's a lot of motherfuckers that are going to be left over in that area. And perfectly, it makes sense because they're the service. Elam's an idiot, and Moab's an idiot. They just need the orders,
I got something for you.
You finish that?
Just a little bit more.
Okay.
Salaki. Revelation 6 and verse 16, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne.
Yeah, and this is the elites, the dukes of Edom, the ones in charge. That scripture say Esau is the end of the road and Jacob is the end of it that followeth. Well, that top class, all right, that upper echelon of Edomites, the rich, the super rich, that you all somehow are experts on now, right? The Illuminati. Yeah, everybody know about the Illuminati now, the banker, that's common, so they've been exposed. But starting with them, they're gonna be the ones hiding. All right, talking about hide us from the wrath of the Lamb. Because when Yahushua appears and invades this place with that big fathership, what you call a spaceship, a UFO, well, that's how the Messiah, the world even calls Jesus Christ, which his true name is Yahushua, and he's a so-called black man, by the way. That's how he's returning. Okay, and the rich, all right, the super rich, the upper echelon, the top of the top of the people of your nation, the banksters, the ones that they know exactly who that is, and they're gonna be trying to hide from them, man. All right, go ahead.
It says, hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne.
And Yahushua is the one that sit on that throne, because he's coming back to take dominion over the planet Earth. So that's why we tell you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, this destruction that's coming. The one who you call God, the Heavenly Father, All right, so that's why things are somewhat normal to you when the economy is in a state that it's in. Because you've been starving, man. You've been budgeting. You've been eating low-end food. You've been at the dollar store. It's just now that these curses and the downfall of society, who benefited from it the most? The other nations, started with Esau, Edom, and these women. They benefited from this society operating at its full efficiency, where everything was good, where the economy was great, everything operated perfectly, everybody was happy. They benefited from that the most, these so-called white people. All right? And again, that's what we're talking about, the top rich of your people, that y'all gonna get contacted first by the Messiah, because we talking about you the middle class, which is the backbone of the economy. All right? You so-called white people that's doing somewhat good, man. You ain't super rich, but you're doing somewhat good. You benefited from this the most, because the elites, they basically allowed you to have the slaves, man. It was the commoners that was doing all of the lynching, the middle class, the ones who had money, all the torture, you know, the raping, eating them. They would use the they used to eat slaves, man. It was a delicacy, and they still do it. But now you're crying, because you were the ones that was for Donald Trump, make America great again, because you were benefiting from America, man. All your businesses, all right? You were benefiting from it, so it's hurting you the most. Now you feeling it. You feeling the squeeze more than anything. Well, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, man. All right, you're used to this. But we here to come to tell you that the Lord, the one who, going back to the scripture, the one who sit upon the throne, he's coming to save you, man. He's coming to give you the kingdom of heaven. To give you unlimited rest, unlimited joy, prosperity. That's when we gonna prosper. So we don't got a dog in this fight. Because Esau, Edom is divided. Esau, Edom, so-called white man, is divided amongst themselves. All right? And that kingdom is going down, and they see that their rights are being taken away. Those is in the know, they know what the hell's going on. That older generation. All right, Gen Z is gone. But that older generation that knew America for what it was, man, you see that this place is finished. It's over with. So we not to involve ourselves in this fight, man. Let them burn their own kingdom down. Talking about a civil war. You ain't got no position in no civil war. You ain't never benefited from this shit anyways, because the rights, the liberties, the Constitution, all that shit, it never benefited you. And that's what's being taken away from them, their civil liberties. So with that being said, what are you fighting for? You fighting for a system that was never for you, man. So let them burn this bitch down. You got a kingdom that's coming. Okay? You have a kingdom that's coming, man. And within that kingdom, you're going to receive a new body, and you're going to be able to inherit it forever. That's your inheritance. That's what the hell we've been out here for years, starting from our apostles on down, telling you about your inheritance, man. You are the sons of God, man. So with the sons of God, we're going to inherit our superpowers. Just power, dominion over the planet Earth. Go ahead.
It says, and from the wrath of the Lamb, for the great day of his wrath is come.
And so the great day of his wrath is come. That's what we're talking about. Nuclear destruction. All right? We're just prophesying, telling you what the hell's coming. This place is about to be burned up by fire. We go into it all the time. You devils have created a weapon that basically destroys creation, man.
Created the smith to destroy.
Exactly. You think you just can't? How the fuck you gonna come up with something that's hotter than anything within your solar system? And you can't even leave the planet Earth, let alone anything out in the fucking solar system. But you can't even leave the earth, and you created something that can just basically melt anything within your ecosystem. That ain't that ain't strange to you? You didn't think like, damn, hold on. This might be some godlike power. Like, I ain't supposed to have this shit. Yeah. You set up your own destruction, man. Yeah, you created a weapon that's going to literally destroy your world, destroy your age. As Einstein always say, you know, with World War III pop off, basically you'll be brought back into the Stone Age, a whole different world. It's going to be over with for you, man. Go ahead. That was it on it? Oh, you guys? Go ahead.
Yeah, so just a quick article, AI overview, because brothers was going into the bunkers. And for those that are unfamiliar with the bunkers, you know, this is a quick overview. So it says celebrities and tech billionaires who are widely reported to have invested in bunkers or safe rooms included Mark Zuckerberg, Gates of Hell, Kim Kardashian, Tom Cruise, Shaquille O'Neal, Peter Thiel.
And I hope Kim Kardashian is left here in America with a missile shot off.
Burned up like the horse
she got it, man. The Lord, that's filth, man. That's a disgusting woman, man. She's a filthy woman.
Yeah, she single-handedly is, you know, in charge of leading a whole generation astray of women. You know, I want to be like Kim Kardashian. What, a slut? No, Kim Kardashian got money. She's a billionaire. She's a slut. That's how she got her fame. Her claim to fame was getting piped down by Ray J. You know, nobody knows her because the real reason they got famous was their dad, lawyer O.J. Simpson. Most people don't know that. They just saw her, you know, whacked off to her in high school, you know, and now she's a upstanding model citizen for women. But the average chick, 30 and under, hell, 40 and under, looked up to her at some point in their life. And what is she known for? To be a whore. Welcome to America. And that's a nasty whore. Now she's dealing with this nigga, which he's got that idiot Lewis Hamilton, the Formula One racer. And then somebody commented, he said, damn, this nigga's a racer, but he don't care about mileage. I was like, damn. But, hey, them kids are through. Kanye West is just Northwest and East, West, whatever the fuck it is. Completely through two demonic parents. But again, she's somehow the epitome of what a woman should strive to be. A slut that made money.
Right, and that plastic surgery, she was a poster child.
Yeah, queen. She made BBLs famous, really. And anyway, that shit, not just BBL, bro. A lot of them photos be photoshopped. Bitch ain't look like that in real life, bro. All that makeup caked on and surgeries and the nasty shit. Nah, that shit don't look like that in real life, bro. Most women don't. You see a bitch on Instagram, she don't look like that. And you'll find that out when you meet her. Or after the morning after, when half of the clown face is still on the pillow. But again, who made that famous? These sluts. The whore.
So it says, Sam Altman, it says the trend among the ultra rich has been growing, driven by fears of various potential disasters, including pandemics, nuclear war, civil unrest, and even risks associated with AI and artificial intelligence. The market for private shelters has increased significantly, with options ranging from simple steam structures to multiple $1 million luxury complexes with amenities like gyms, cinemas, and advanced medical centers.
So hey man, they literally gonna have their own like little fucking safety, you know, safe house, while leave the rest of you people out here, bro, to suffer. They don't give a bro. You gonna realize, and that's real. Like Elder Gabar Bar El Tahar brought it out some months back. Most of the revolts between the rich and the poor. That's what it's all really against. Why they got you people divided, whether you Democrat or Republican, you know, whatever it is, you like the Bucks or you like the Eagles, you know, you
Pro this, pro that.
pro this, pro that, whatever it is, bro. They got you all divided, which you know that's Israel. We separation. We for the division, but meaning, as far as a society, they got you all divided. When the war is between the poor and the rich, that's it.
And that's why they keep the poor divided. Because if the poor are divided, they'll never come up against the rich. They're too busy coming up against each other on stupid shit that doesn't even fucking matter.
So they create all this confusion.
Right. And they, behind the scenes, they laughing. Yeah, here it is. They was on TV arguing about the shit these people fucking fighting over for. But then they get together on Epstein Island, sipping on baby blood and laughing and shit.
Yeah, man. So the fight is between the poor and the rich, bro. That's what the whole war is all about, bro. You feel what I'm saying? That's it. To keep you at the bottom, to keep you serving the slaves, so they can be up the top. If somebody's winning, somebody's losing. If somebody's losing, somebody's winning. It's just one or the other. That's why the Lord is only going after His elect first, man. The first fruits. It's like they gonna be the ones that win. That's the upper echelon, man, of any class, any society. That's how things work, bro. You got the regular, you got the
haves and the have-nots.
It's one or the other with the Lord, bro.
Yeah. And we can see, that's the thing, Jake, you gotta realize, that's why the scripture says my people is destroyed for the lack of knowledge. See, the poor is in the most vulnerable position from Jake down to the other nations. And we're seeing literally the results of being in this state and the agenda of the elites manifest, right? Because the scripture said what? The servants are subjected to the leaders, right? The borrowers. All right, so here it is with this economic system that this devil is setting up, that the squeeze is tight and you're suffering more and more. You know?
Yep.
Second Ezra, chapter 16, and verse. I'll just start at verse 1.
He got Trump 2020 socks on now. He got the Trump socks.
Yeah, America's become a major freak show. Bro. That's it.
He got a fucking strung out Trump addict that lives on the streets and then 4 fucking Ruby Rose one hoes.
One nigga on this one, the one hip on second to last, the red hair is a nigga.
Bro, you're right, bro. This truly is Babylon the Great. When you go to different societies, everybody found they look similar. You go here, you see a clown here, an elephant here, a freak there, a weirdo here. All these people with all these different customs. This is a filthy place, bro. This is a nasty, nasty, nasty place. And they all come here with all these different spirits, ideologies, different nations, all this mixing. It's just a big bucket of gump. You know what I'm saying? That's America. Now truly see why the Lord is gonna heat this place up, man. This is morally, this place is defiled, man. But this is truly Babylon the Great, man. And you wonder why we've been talking shit for all these years, telling this place is gonna be fucking destroyed, man. Look, your life is ruined, man. Everything you know, you don't know what to believe, you know. You don't know what to, you just perplexed. You don't know what to do with yourself right now, man.
So they just further dig themselves into entertainment and things in this world to distract them.
Yeah.
Instead of coming to realization that this place is completely fucked up.
Exactly, bro. They want to continue to live the lie, to live the illusion.
Well, that's all they know.
You're right.
It's like a crack kid. You take the crack from them, they going right back to it. They do anything for the crack. And that's it. Like Morpheus said, these people will fight tooth and nail to keep the system going. Exhibit A. These motherfuckers, no matter what we tell them, in the face of all the evidence, they don't give a shit because they want their bullshit life to continue. And they'll do, again, a crackhead will smoke anything just to chase that hit, chase the, they'll smoke fucking roach spray. So remember the raid? It crystallized the raid and smoking them. They can't get crack. Shit.
Spray that shit on a fence and then electrify it so it creates crystals and the motherfuckers be smoking that shit.
When you kill cockroaches with they'll smoke. That's what the average American is addicted to. The American dream. The lie that's been sold into them.
Yeah, and that's why we know it's all about the elect. Because in order for you to get up out of it, you gotta build, bro. Something gotta click. And a lot of you people, it's gonna click when it's too late. You're gonna be like, well, you gonna wake up out of that, oh shit, reality. And it's gonna happen when all hell breaks loose. That's why you're gonna be looking for us, man. Go ahead, you said something real quick, right?
Yep. Jeremiah 51:7 in the AMP. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand.
Yes, Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, man. Keep reading.
Intoxicating all the earth.
Intoxicating all the earth. As soon as you're born, you begin to start learning it. And they already done infiltrated your mother. That's why the scriptures like mother unto wisdom. That's the spirit. Yeah, so your mother, all right, she's your first teacher. That's why they got the man out of the house and start indoctrinating the woman. Eve and the serpent again and start indoctrinating the woman. Because that's the first person you're going to learn from. A man don't really start learning from his father, all right, till about 12 years old. That's when he's supposed to come from under his mother. And then look, what's so beautiful about that is that if you been with that woman, you got the spirit on her and you've been guiding her up. Some of what you taught her is going to rub off on her son, on the son. So by the time the son gets to the father, he already kind of prepped, knowing what to expect because she got the instructions from her husband. So she moving how you would move, but in a more effeminate way because that's her woman. But she has that order and that instruction because you put it on her. So by the time your son gets to you, your wife already know you and know what expectations you have. So she kind of gave him, she couldn't give it to him all the way, but she gave him a little bit. That's why one time he become a man where he has to discern and use that wisdom. When you become 12 years old, when you're able to judge, that's when you meet your father, man. When your mind's open to judge.
It's going the right way.
Yeah.
The tutors and governors, like the scriptures say.
The scriptures talk about being weaned from the milk after you done got nurtured, because your mother's your first nurturer. So once you done got nurtured by your mother, when she gives you foundational tools to be able to fit it to get groomed by your father, you know, that when you're weaned from the milk, that means that you're at a stage where you can be independent. You know, the scriptures talk about it. You know?
Yep. And you people haven't been weaned off this system, man. That's why I say we shall no longer lean on him who smote us.
Yep.
Like the brother used that terminology when you gotta lean yourself off that boot, man, little by little. Go ahead.
Yep, so it says Jeremiah 51:7 in the AMP, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, which also we know America to be Babylon. Going back to the word of woe, which is the city of confusion, which is why America is also known to be what? A melting pot. When you go into America is a melting pot, is a metaphor describing the United States as a place where people from diverse nations, cultures, and ethnicities come together, blend, and assimilate to form a single, homogeneous, and unified American identity. And that's what the elder priest Kanaka was expounding on. All these different mixtures of cultures, belief systems, behaviors, idols, all in one system to create nothing but confusion, man, and abominable filth, you know? But it says, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, intoxicating all the earth. The nations drunk her wine, therefore the nations have gone mad.
And that's her philosophies. You know, each of these great civilizations, you know, they had libraries. You know, they had their gods they worshiped. They had their records, right? Each civilization. That's why, you know, the scriptures will be translated from one language to another. Okay? Because everybody had books, everybody had records, everybody had philosophies, everybody had things they believed, each nation. So you have all that shit right here in one pot. Again, mixing all those different ones, which are the philosophies, and then what? You go and you drink that, man. And you are trash.
Ask for a second.
It's like Four Loko.
You trash, bro. And that's a lot of you people. You people brains, your spirits is trash. Filthy.
That's why the Lord has no use for these people, because they're completely and utterly through. Broken vessels.
Yeah.
You can't put none into these people are through. The Lord created them to be that way. So the Lord, you ain't gonna be able to come into this ministry and be of any use. What are you gonna do? Be a block in the sight of the Lord. The Lord don't want that. The Lord can't even stand looking at. He couldn't even stand looking at Yahweh when he took on all the sins of the Lord of Israel, man. So you gonna come as you are and stand before the Lord? Fuck that, man. You and this place gotta go. That's where it made. But that's why Jacob's trouble is called Jacob's trouble, because Jake is so enthralled with that Babylonian juice that when this place come crumbling, you Jakes are gonna have the worst withdrawals, man.
Come on.
Shaking, sweating, Jake gonna be going through it, man.
Because you wasn't spiritually weaned up. See, what the Lord did was a very, very precious and delicate method on how he weaned us of all this place. He literally showed a tender love and care, boy. He literally weaned us on up off that move, man. And I gotta stop drinking that shit. And he taught us and he nurtured us, man. To the point we became of age. It's like, yeah, fuck this world, man. He got us above it. Go ahead.
Yep, real quick, Micah 2:10. I'm reading the AMP. Arise and depart, because the captivity is inevitable. For this land is not the place of rest, because of the development that brings destruction, a painful and terrible destruction.
Yeah, so the Lord will only allow it to tarry but for so long till he gets rid of it, because the Most High hates it, man. He hates you. This little stretch you got, man. Alright, the Most High, he had enough of it. Alright, he's not going to suffer it any longer. And 2/3 of our people, the Most High ain't going to suffer your rebellion any longer, man. That's the Most High had it. That's where we at with it. That's why he's speeding up the times. He's making this thing go faster and faster. Because, man, the wrath that he's about to bring, all of it at a sudden, man.
Yeah, Lord's getting tired of hearing the saints sighing and crying. Like, yo, the Lord hears us. And he's like, yo, it ain't gonna be too much longer. Because you already know Yahushua hearing it too. And he knows Yahushua, the thing with Yahushua is he knows he's coming back here to do nasty work. So he's getting angrier and angrier because he's like, man, when am I gonna go? When am I gonna go get my brothers? Because this shit is too much. Look at him. Like you already know Yahushua is asking the Lord daily. Oh, Lord, what? Let me know. What is it today? Is it now?
That's the spirit. I had a lesson called the greatest rescue mission to ever take place. So it's a rescue mission, bro. You gotta know who the elect are, bro. Those are citizens of the heavens, bro. Them are precious people. The Lord's finna come rescue us, man. It's finna be the greatest rescue mission, man. He's finna deliver us up out of here, bro. These are high officials. The Lord finna send everybody, send everything he got to go get. Hey, that's why he's saying even Michael, Daniel's 12. Yeah. Michael gonna have to stand up for the children of our people, because the Lord gonna make sure, bro, his men are good, bro. If we be those men, Lord willing, bro, we gonna be some precious.
And he's coming with full force and power. See, that's what this world fail to realize, that when you see a glimpse of the chariots, right? When you see the capabilities, the scriptures say, be not dismayed, right? Be not dismayed like the heathen are dismayed. When you see how the chariots move, and then you get a glimpse to understand that their technology is thousands of years advanced than mortals' ability. When the Lord coming with his fleet, the scriptures say he's coming with the power of his strength, man. All right? Like Dark Side said in Just League, right? He said, ready for the Armada. We're gonna take it back to the old path. That's how the Lord finished that, man. That's why he said, I should not meet thee as a man. Right? I got a quick one. This is Isaiah 63 and 4. For the day of vengeance is mine. It says, I'll read it again. I'm a little bit excited. So let me read from the top, right? It says, who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? It says, this that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength.
Announcing, like, give you the vision, and you can just tell he was just in the spirit when he was writing that. He was describing the power that, like, man, that, bro, the visions they saw back then, bro, they saw them, bro. They saw them. You can feel that energy in how they put it. Like, he really talking with, like, what he see, man. And what he sees, Yahweh Shai returning on that ship with power. He just, it's poetry, man.
That's right.
The way he wrote it down.
That's right.
You know? That's why I was asking a question. Who is this? Like, bro, it's a song.
Yeah. Yeah.
He really spitting on that, man.
Yeah, and that's heavy, bro, because you just, and through the spirits being illustrated, because it has to be so amazing. Like, it has to be so, like, far out. Like, who is this that's come from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? Like, you
It's
can
like a
tell
rap song almost.
Yeah. That's right, bro.
He like really, and that's how Jake get into it, them
Yeah.
songs, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's heavy. Go ahead.
It says, traveling in the greatness of his strength, I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
Yes, that's the Lord speaking through him. He ain't talking about Jeremiah. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. That's the Heavenly Father. So again, Matthew 10 and 20. It's not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father was speaking in you. That's the Most High speaking to you. That's why we've been trying to tell you, you got to reverence the prophets, man. That's the Lord speaking. And you don't hear the message. That's why I say, hear this word that comes to you on Babylon, or hear this word that from the Lord that comes. That's how they started out writing that. Letting you know that this is Yahweh, the scripts, the scrolls being written. There's messengers of God, man. You know? Go ahead, brother.
Khan, I read in the AMP, it says, who is this who comes from Edom with crimson stained garments from Basra? In Edom, this one, the Messiah, who is majestic in his appearance, in his apparel.
Yeah, who is majestic in his
All
apparel.
my serious, this one's the most serious
Right.
one out of all of y'all.
You just
No
like,
playing,
you
he's
just,
serious.
you like him, that's it.
No, I don't like
Go ahead.
him. He's the most, I get no energy. He's the most serious one out of all of y'all. Y'all all playing except for him.
All right. Hey. She chooses. That's it. She came up here and chose. Go ahead.
It says,
She just don't know how to say it. You know, the brother, you know, the brother, you know, he's a Jake. And she don't know how to come and tell that to him, but she let him know though.
yeah. It says the Messiah, who is majestic in his apparel, margin in greatness of his might. It is I, the one who speaks in righteousness, proclaiming vindication, mighty to save.
Mighty to save. That's Yahweh Shai, bro. Mighty to save.
That's his name.
That, exactly. He saves, he delivers. Okay? So again, it's Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai speaking to you in the spirit, because you see Yahweh Shai was always there. Because you know, the Most High, ultimately, he's the one giving the order for Yahweh Shai to do what he was going to do, but who's actually doing it and playing it out? Exactly, executing that deliverance. And I will say, the whole time he talked about him himself.
He said, how's that, Amos 3 and 7 go? The Lord power surely doeth nothing. That's what I mean. He don't do nothing. He lets his plan be known to his hide the spirit. But the Lord don't get up off his throne now. He's orchestrating things, but he has men do his bidding, including the angels.
Go ahead.
Verse 2 in the KJV. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, in thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat?
Bro, he's rapping, bro. And thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat. Like he said, it's red, but then he gave, but it looked like it was, that's a song, bro. That's poetry. That's poetry, literally. It's poetic, bro.
Right. Singing. This was sung.
Yeah. He was getting down, man. Right. Man, come on, bro. This is Jake. No Edomite ain't right there. No Edomite ain't right there, man. Go ahead.
Niggas is plain ducks. Verse 2 in the A&P. Why is your apparel red, and your garments like the one who treads in the winepress? Verse 3.
I do have flavors, man.
Yeah. Verse 3 in the KJV. I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with
You
me.
see, it's going back and forth. It's like he asked him, then he replied. So I see what Elder Howard was talking about in Sons of Solomon. You know, it was Solomon's being like three people, basically. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I have treaded the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments.
And this Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai speaking. Because the Most High, right? But Yahweh Shai speaks the same thing the Most High speaks, but it's Yahweh Shai the one that's going to actually execute this, man. You can see Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai all throughout the scriptures, all throughout the Old Testament, throughout the prophets. He embodies the word, man. That's why one of his titles was the Word of God. He embodies the whole word. He's there. Because that's why he say, me and the Father are one. You know? I mean, they are one mind, one spirit. Two separate entities. We ain't talking about the Trinity, that false doctrine. But they are one mind, one spirit, man. That truly is it. That's why it says he's the Son of God. Because you would see no difference. You would see no difference between the Heavenly Father and Yahweh Shai. He didn't come to change, meaning he didn't come to change nothing. He came in the same spirit, man. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It says, and I will stain all my remnant. Verse 4. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeeming is come.
Yes, sir. Hey, and that's the time period. The year of his redeemed has come. That's the Lord speaking in the spirit. And what you think happened now? The same thing. We those prophets coming back reading those same things to you, man. Because that's the job of the prophets. All right? To prophesy. Demons acting up.
Help him understand.
Verse 5. And I looked, and there was none to help, and I wondered that there was none to uphold.
It's Babylon, man. The Lord say, I looked, and there was none to uphold. Again, that's poetry. All right? Go ahead.
Therefore mine own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury, it upheld me. And I will tread down the people in my anger.
Yeah, so this is what we tell them the Lord is going to do to you. He said he's going to tread down the people in his anger. So that's why we come out here to boldly profess this. That's why this system is against Esau Edom. I mean, it's like if we speaking against Esau Edom's system, which is why we're going to be deemed what we deem, man. Trees, whatever the case it may be. But we come to tell you, man, that the Lord is coming back to destroy you and your kingdom, man. No different from when Pharaoh, Moses went up to the Pharaoh. Hey, this is what the Lord's telling you. That in the third. The destruction is coming upon this place. And we see exactly how the persecution gonna come, bro. This gospel is just completely against this system, man. And the ones up top who really know who's controlling everything, the small hats, right? How they done basically infiltrated all media. That's a dangerous position to be in, bro. They done got YouTube, TikTok, like they got control over all of social media, man.
And it's all goes back to the CIA. I forgot what they were called first. There's another term for it, and they chased the CIA, but they're directly correlated with the MSM mainstream media. So that goes with what's mainstream media now? Social media. They just named it social media, but it's still media, mainstream media. But guess who owns and operates it? The CIA. Because again, it's to control the people at the end of the day. And then of course it would be the agencies that are above the president that control it.
Yep. So all media is 100% under their control now.
Well, they should say that they've even shown you the proof of it. Every local station, they be saying the same shit. They'll show you all these different clips of different local news saying the same exact shit because it's a script they get. The teleprompter is the script, right?
Yep. And now AI is governing that. And it's on point. It's giving them, like the teleprompter, you will see it pop up. AI is doing that now.
There's no nigga typing this shit up. Say, hey,
AI is doing it, and it's bro. It's AI's weapon, bro.
Every word is learning.
Yeah. It done collected it. It's all the data from your phone collected. It's taking that. It's taking everything, the people's emotions and everything, and it's writing a perfect script for you, man. It's writing a perfect script for you, dog. That's just crazy. You people are in it, bro. Y'all be like, cause right now again, like we always say, ChatGPT. Hey, let me ask chat. Everybody wanna ask chat. Now, no, you ain't gonna wanna Google nothing. And slowly they'll just get rid of that. Woo. Like, now you can't really research none of these old
no articles. It's just what AI says. That's it.
Yeah,
and that's already anything Google. The first thing that pops up is the AI overview.
Yeah.
And it can tell you whatever the fuck it wants. And who the fuck's gonna keep looking though?
Exactly.
Let me scroll down and read for myself.
They like, hold on, they red flagging you. You ain't. Hey, it's collecting that data. Oh, he ain't just click this. He scrolled down. Yeah, you flagged that dude. He one of the ones that
He didn't believe the first answer. He's a problem.
Hey, y'all think we making shit up, bro? But that's how that shit working, bro. That's that. Again, it's just collecting data. That's why, if in the hood you see it, they have Obama phones, and what is basically funding set up for like poor people to receive a phone. Jake's in the hood talking about that Obama phone. They use crack jokes. Oh, you got that Obama phone? Like, cause it's a government phone. But the thing is, they wanted the average person to have that technology to track you. This is like you said, to introduce you to the technology. Cause they want to introduce you. This is the future. Free. Yeah, free. And again, anything for free is coming from Esau is always bad. Oh, he gave you a cell phone. He loves you. He cares about you.
Jump shot.
Thank you. No, that cell phone is what connected you to the system initially, bro. It's what's keeping you connected to the system.
And even the what they call the smart meters, that was free. Everybody got a free upgrade for the smart meter, or for the electric, to measure electricity, so called. Why was that free? Well, to give you, it was an update. It was really to implement new software into the new device where they can monitor everything, and it's only readable through AI. I'm like that. But so now they're monitoring every single thing that you do electronically wise on your house is being recorded on the smart meter. And guess what? The only way to decode it is through AI. AI is the only one that can read what you need. So it's not somebody that can get on the computer and check with you. It's AI.
That's what, and that's another line of jobs gone. That's why the economy loses jobs left and right because AI is just learning how to do everybody's fucking job.
Robots. Now they got warehouse jobs gone. That's about to be gone real soon.
Yeah, hey, real quick, I want to make this point. That's why that one video, if brother seen it, you know, because we all take the same information and we do videos on it, but where it was like the cell phone would be inside of you in 2030. The average user of cell phone, we be using a cell phone no more. And like the way cell phones, he said it'll be you'll be the cell phone. It all makes sense because we wanted to say this is what keeps you connected to the system. Which is why they wanted everybody. They funded these cell phones for people in the hood to get this simple technology. 62-year-olds texting. My grandma talking about sending a text message, some type shit.
Twitter.
Or Twitter. You know what I mean? So the old people, that's why they made the iPhone simpler. But it was for the old, more the old people simple.
You can like Max might look at zoom in. From the old phones, you couldn't do that.
Yeah.
They had the text was a motherfucker. You had 66777. Now old people couldn't work them phones. Now it's easy. Big old buttons, clear that shit. That's it. Even the words, right? You can text messages, like you can the chat's bigger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the word's bigger.
They made it easier for everybody to use it. Itself, a smartphone, shit. You get introduced to that.
Like a drug.
Immediately, bro.
And now kids are, since before they get to elementary school, motherfucker already got a phone.
Wow.
You know how to use a tablet. This whole society is on that Black Mirror. They even got a show called Black Mirror.
Yeah, and also they have something called Social Dilemma. When you watch Social Dilemma, it pretty much is like a documentary of those who invented these different social media platforms and this technology, which they know that what they created was a tool to pretty much get people hooked into the matrix. They expound on it when you watch it. They speak about the fact that their main focus was to get your attention, your energy.
That is surveillance. But then people started willingly giving out information for free. You didn't even have to pressure people. Now people will tell you where they at for lunch. It's where I'm at. The selfie with the scrambled eggs. So now people freely volunteer information they would never give before social media era. Remember when we was growing up, you told somebody you met such and such online. Like, you don't know who you can meet online now. You call a stranger to pick you up. It's called Uber. Your parents told you not to get in strange cars. Don't take, don't take things from strangers. Now you take shit. You take Uber Eats from a stranger. You get into a car with a stranger. You'll most relationship you meet someone online. But when we was growing up, that was shunned. You don't want to meet the nigga from the AOL chat room.
You got that Omegle shit.
Oh yeah.
It's just random fucking video chats with other people, and you can choose whether to skip it or not. But there's a bunch of young people doing that shit.
And the weirdos, a lot of weirdos on that shit.
But now it's encouraged. It's just be online and chat with people.
It's predatorial.
Yeah.
Right.
That's where all the predators at. That's all these kids end up missing. People end up missing and shit.
And because through that Omegle, people can get your IP address. And then now they know where you live.
Hey, this telephone knows everything, bro.
Well, you got that dude, you got that guy on YouTube. I've seen his videos pop up every now and then. That'll pop up and show he can identify where that location is by just seeing something in the background. And he'll
find that
you'll
shit.
see like one arch on a building and he'll say, oh, this resembles this place, and then
He'll get the street.
He'll get the exact pinpoint of where this video was taken at.
Or a picture you have. Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I'm saying, bro. The internet is dangerous place.
Hey, that's why they want to keep the kids off of there. You want to give kids a cell phone, that's the worst thing you can do, bro.
You never know what these kids are watching now. They got YouTube Kids, but remember the Momo shit was on YouTube Kids. Momo, remember the little demon Momo?
I just seen a clip the other day. Jake, whose kid tried to kill himself because a video on YouTube Kids was circulating telling kids to do the hang challenge, the hangman challenge, and they were telling kids to hang themselves, man. The dude was able to find his kid in time, and they were able to take him to the hospital and bring him back to life, but they had to put him in a coma because of that.
That's why you don't need, and children don't need the fucking internet, bro.
I'm glad you were saying that because that's spiritual because the kids, all of them, they play the game so much until they won't even get up and pee and start pissing on themselves. So that started rewinding they so in tune with it, so they started rewinding the potty training. And I noticed that through all my kids. They'd sit there, and then my oldest son, he kind of got over it. He had to chasten him, take the game like, yo, you can't be pissing him, take the game away from you. Then bam, he developed to the point now. So that's crazy because the last one, I took it from him, and next day I come home, he's tired. His energy all down. I'm like, yo, what's wrong with you? You feel like you're not feeling good. They took that. He had a game for 24 hours. They took the game away from him. And that made all the fucking sense. And you sent that, bro.
Yeah, I sent that video.
Yeah.
Where the technology in schools has been regressing children's brain development because
Smartphones, stupid people.
all the computers does shit for people, and it fucks with the way that the brain is supposed to naturally learn.
The neurons ain't connected. They ain't shooting. The sparks is supposed to be because everything's being done for them. There's no critical thinking. You know, just problem solution. Children, bro, these people, hell, Gen Z, they can't solve problems, bro. If a fucking door handle broke, they wouldn't know how to get out of the goddamn room. They couldn't problem solve their way out of a scenario or a situation. So imagine when it's life and death, these people are through. They have no choice but to go to the government for help. And they can't figure it out.
Technology is crippling society, brother.
So this place got to be destroyed.
It's stupid.
But if not, we'll all be dead.
That's why the scriptures say that.
Yep. Get those.
Remember the movie Idiocracy?
Yeah, I watched that.
The technology has made people so stupid because they don't have the critical think calculators. Motherfuckers don't know basic math anymore. Can't read. You know, the motherfucker, it was, and these people are through, man.
This system, bro, it's tough. Go ahead, bro.
This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 21. It reads, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world."
Yeah, because why? In this time now, right? Esau would slowly, gradually introduce you into shit one by one. He would get everybody. Bam, bam, you on it. And that's a process. That's why it's called generational. You indoctrinate them, and that shit carries generational. Yeah, and it'll pass all through. Well, Esau now, he don't really got the time to sit and allow a generation of people to gradually accept something. You know what I'm saying? He had trials, he had decades he don't have time. So now what AI has done is giving him the ability to educate people way faster, to get them on the system quicker. That's what AI has done. So you don't need a generation to train. An old person went from not knowing what a cell phone was to not knowing motherfucker know how to use a cell phone. That's out of his generation. But he know how to operate it even though he's 60, 70 some years old. That's what technology does. It advances so-called knowledge on something. But that's not how it's supposed to, because if you take away the experience, you actually learning it. You know what I'm saying? So what you got isn't solid.
And Esau sped it up through mandatory update. As things update, you have to learn. Well, now I have to learn how to use this because it updates on its own.
Different format. So the technology you see has just been teaching you. It don't need generations to fucking teach you no more. Esau literally had to do it the old way by the books. That took years by the books. Oh, what book is that? You seen that through the elders, right? They had to go through the books to learn the truth, learn all the things. Now we got Blue Letter, bro. It's right there, right on the screen. Boom. And you see the elders. They had updated and start learning that technology, bro. but we just using it righteously. It's helping us. It's destroying y'all, man.
That's in the book of Daniel. It says, many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
Ooh, and what's so beautiful about that? And you see how the Lord said these are rhythms or riddles spoken. So the scriptures, those are the wisest men right there, because they read the best book that you can read. This is the best education that you can receive. And what it is, what's about to happen, the prophecies. You know what I'm saying? So that's just really the highest form of knowledge and education you can get, man. Is the true gospel of the Lord. That's what you could be investing in. Your time, your energy, everything, all your money. Because investment right now is small. You ain't got much to invest in no more. Because everything's ended. So that little time you got left before the system goes down is to invest in getting this word, man. Because this is going to be the most valuable thing on the planet Earth to have is the words of the Lord. And we have them. And we've been studying them for years and years, over and over, reciting them, man. So we know what's about to happen, and we're going to be comforted in that time, man. Go ahead.
I'm free to talk again. Matthew 24, verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
Exactly, because eventually they're going to come at us. Because again, the only ones who still will hold that true testimony are the men themselves. Once he burn all the books, once he delete a blackout and cut everybody's phone off, he don't have to allow you access to the Blue Letter Bible app. He don't have to allow you access to the KJV app. It'll be all gone.
Yeah, you gotta have to use your phone. You have to be digitally verified, or your phone won't even unlock it. They already got this the system set up for it, right? You know, biometrics and so on and so forth. But go ahead. Thank you.
Oh, come on, I was going to say, because it's the spirit, because the scripture says what? In 2 Ezra 5 and 9, which shall withdraw itself into a secret chamber. So it's going to come to a point to where this word has got to be in you. Understand? You ain't going to have the books. So what you invest in, that's what you're going to have.
Real quick, you mentioned that I just read this book called Stoicism 101. And here in this section it says the value of time. It says for Seneca, time was the most valuable resource because it couldn't be renewed. So that's what you should be doing with your time. That's that sacrifice that the Lord is looking for. That's the only thing that you can give over to the Lord is that investment of your time for Him.
Yeah, just know you can't make more time. You know what I'm saying? You can always make more money. You can make this. You can make that. You can never make more time.
And once you run out of time, that's it. It ain't nothing you can do, bro.
It was predetermined when you was born how much time you got.
Right.
Seek ye the Lord while He may be found. That means that time is finite. It's limited.
And people think they got all the time in the world.
I'll do it tomorrow.
Sure.
And you notice that right now, like damn, it seems like I wake up, go to work,
Right
go
back
back to
home.
sleep, right?
I'm just going by.
Yeah, you don't got much time, my nigga. But when you still call that delusion thing, you'll be here another 10 years, man. You saw this. But you can sleep, boy.
Well, he's enslaved you through the time. The little time you do have, now you're a time hoe. If he's made you a time, he's pimping you on your time.
You know you only got a little bit.
Because to Esau, your time is worth pennies. You know, he gave you $3, let's say $20 an hour. Ooh, that's what you're worth, $20 an hour. That ain't shit. Your time is worth $20.
Hey, go to show you how low we are on the totem pole, bro. To the jobs that we do, it ain't worth much money. You know?
But I make $50 an hour. That the world has been conditioned that you as important as how expensive your time is. They say time is money, and your time is worth nothing.
Hey, that's why when I see dudes at the job and they be having like expensive cars and shit. It's like, bro, for you to have that car, you can't be working here, bro, for it to make sense.
You're living above your means.
Yeah, exactly. Like, bro, to have that vehicle, you should work here. It goes to show you, like, bro, it took you from 9 to 5 to make that money, bro. That's too much of your time. If you really had money, you wouldn't be working here. You would have plenty of time. Like, you would realize, like, yo, me being here for 10, 12 hours for
Pre-tax.
$200.
Pre-tax. That's pre-tax.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what? How much? That's too much time you wasting just to get that a little amount of money, bro.
Well, that's the poor people. They have to spend their time to make money. The rich people spend their money to make time. You know what I'm saying? They put their money to work. Here it is. The poor people, they work for the money. The rich people, they make their money work for them.
Exactly.
You know,
So
it's a big difference.
you're trying to escape that. But they got the system set it up to where
You'll never escape.
Yeah.
You never will become rich working a 9 to 5. That's a lie.
That's it. It just takes too much time, and then by the time you realize it, you're 65.
Yeah. And still broke.
You wonder, like, damn.
At Walmart greet
Trying to log into your 401k account to see how much you got in there.
Great.
Thinking you would get rich, and then one day you woke up and your face wrinkled.
Yeah.
You 60-something years old.
Social Security now getting $600 a month from the. Like, what you gonna do with that?
Man, they got you good. Hey, that's the American dream.
Yeah, welcome to hell.
You know? You realize, damn, I'm old now, and your life is over with, man.
You go to school, get a good job. That doesn't exist in America. That may be in the 1938 that existed, where you could go to school, get a good job, your woman at the house, take care of the kids, taking family vacations.
Really for Edomites.
Yeah, but that never existed for, well, you know, to a certain degree there's you know, segregation, but that doesn't exist. If you're working a 9 to 5, you broke. You live on paycheck to paycheck at this point.
Yeah. Because again, the point is you're wasting too much time. It's too, bro. For the amount of money, bro, your time is precious, bro. Time is precious, bro. That's too much of your time to make a little bit amount of money. But hey, you so far down that, bro, it ain't no way you getting up out of that, bro. Unless you just start doing
Some nefarious acts.
Yeah.
And that's why Jay turned to those things, because there is no escape out of them. Bro, anybody telling you to get a good job as a career, that's bullshit. Even you shouldn't be going to school to learn business, like economics, from a nigga that's broke.
Right.
How this nigga teaching you about business and he broke?
Yeah, bro.
It don't make no sense.
Bro.
Yeah. And that's why these niggas with Lambos and Ferraris, you know, they'll be laughing at you people working 9 to 5 jobs and you know, you going to school. And then this nigga had a 2.0 grade average. GPA was 2.0, but this nigga in the Lambo, you at working 9 to 5.
Because he found a very good way that's going to consume time. It has something to do with time. He was an entertainer or whatever. You can influence people who spend time. They can, you know,
Or find the loopholes East Bud uses.
yeah.
You know? Because he's a rich nigga. Donald Trump ain't never worked a 9 to 5. He was a George Bush was an idiot. And he became president of the United States, worth millions, if not billions of dollars. These motherfuckers, they tell you to go get a good job. Get a good job, be a good old boy.
Go to college.
Yeah, get in debt to learn some shit you're not gonna need anywhere in the planet. And I'm glad I learned trigonometry. Yeah. I'm glad I learned the equations of the polygon and the right angles. Where the fuck are you gonna use that?
He's not literally wasting your time. And he put you in debt, bro.
Right.
He got you there. Go ahead, bro.
Micah chapter 2 and verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
This ain't your rest, bro. So you see it. It's a trap. It's a system, bro, that's designed for you to not get out of, bro. Exactly. And if you do get some knowledge and start winning, right? That's when you don't get approached, because you gotta come up under the right way. It's a gatekeeper, that shit. Like, hold on, okay, who are you?
Yeah, so ultimately, they get approached, and that's why they're the one. Jake gets, treated the worst when it comes to that by these gatekeepers. They get put through the ringer. You gotta do this and this and this and this and that just to even get past, or for the door to even open up to you.
They'll throw the whole book at you, throw you in prison for when Esau get off for the slap on the wrist for the same shit.
It goes Doeg to Edom, right?
Yeah. So that's why you got you Israelites caught up in the East scandals, because you went through all the same bullshit that they did, but you like the brother said, you still a Jake, so they still gonna treat you like shit. Yeah, you up here with us, but you the lowest of us still. Even though you somewhat illuminated, you still the lowest of us. You a nigga that's illuminated. Yeah. You the lowest. So all these Jakes, we Illuminati, y'all low level Illuminati, bro. Low level shit. So this ain't your rest. Even if you do find a loophole, you doing the right thing, Esau is gonna come to you to get you to sell out, man. That's why we talking about you sellouts. And stuff. Go ahead.
That loophole wasn't for you, so we find out they're using it. He gonna try to get you. That's illegal now because you did it. But the goddamn president is using that same loophole.
Yep.
That's why he threw them all under the bus. He said they trying to get me for the. He said all y'all using these loopholes.
Yeah. They're using the same loopholes your endorsers do.
Yep. So right now, y'all backbiting each other. The truth is coming out. The truth is coming out on everything, all the scandals y'all been trying to hold. But hold on, nigga, you said this too. And everybody at odds with each other. Now everybody like.
They were all eating pizza.
Now the Epstein list airing everybody out.
Yeah, bro. Hey, and that's the devil behind the scenes.
Even the Dalai Lama was on that goddamn list. Goddamn.
Hey, all you elites. Hey, society from what it is, the veil is being pulled back from it. That's why all hell finna break loose real soon, man. That you gonna realize that it's all a fucking lie. That is all bullshit. Everybody finna come to that thing in their mind. Damn, this is all bullshit. F this shit. And people won't stop, bro.
I got something real quick. Habakkuk chapter 2. I'll start at 15. It says, Habakkuk 2:15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him.
Hey, that give that neighbor drink, and that's your small hats, man. Everybody finna realize that you are the fucking problem, bro. Everybody is on to your ass. Everybody is on to you. Because now y'all finna back, well, if you really want to say, we know who really controlling everything.
They're all over the Epstein files.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to blame that Epstein was connected to Russia. The fuck? Russia ain't even mentioned in the Epstein files. Anyway, because again, they did Diddy worse than Epstein. And they know all the details about Diddy and his personal life, but what about the Epstein files, huh? What do you think about the Epstein files? People should be burning buildings down right now with all the nastiness that's coming out. Yeah, you want to protest in the streets for a woman that got shot in the face. You should be storming the streets with all this freakiness coming out on your leaders, world leaders, your tech giants. They're all a bunch of creeps.
And pedophiles, murderers, killers. Like, are you kidding me? Y'all,
babies. What the fuck?
y'all not mad about that?
Every downtown should be on fire right now.
That your professionals, your governors, the people who are in control of everything, your educational system, your food supply, everything, that they are these nasty motherfuckers, bro.
Nasty.
Unprofessional. You talking about unprofessional? That's the highest level of unprofessionalism.
Right. Y'all, people was in uproar about Diddy and R. Kelly. Where's the uproar for these nasty freaks that you got in Congress, in the White House, in the Senate? You love the Tesla. Well, guess what? Your nigga from Tesla is a freak. He was on the Epstein Island. He was bopping for apples at the mansion. Nasty motherfuckers, man. But yeah, Diddy and R. Kelly are the worst thing on the planet.
Yep, hey, that's why we tell you niggas to sold out, bro. You trusting the devil. He gonna bring your shit out worse than anything.
Cause I thought Diddy been in jail. Why they bring him back up? The Clintons rushing to testify now. what they call him? I forgot what they call him. Billy and Donnie T. Sick, man. But again, that's why you put your neighbor to the drink, and then they're the problem. The Israelites are the problem, not the freaky niggas Bill Gates and Donald T. or Donnie T. that eat babies, right? They've been flying to private islands to get they lubed up. But it was upper about all the baby lube. Yeah. What about all the babies they got?
Literally, baby.
Yeah. Eating them.
And man, you people are.
And Mr. B went, ooh, cuts just like a baby. And Mr. B said that he cut into a steak. He said, ooh, cuts just like a baby. How do you know that?
Really, he being real with you, but you think he's joking.
They're talking about we're gonna eat a $70,000 pizza later today. What kind of pizza costs 70 grand? Shit.
They coming out with it and laughing like you can just do anything in their face now. They don't give a damn. They're just that delusional.
But that's the well. Let me keep reading though.
Real quick, they got this movie called Blink Twice. I don't know if brothers have seen it before, but it's with Channing Tatum. But they show you everything. It's basically
It's a football movie, right?
No. It's basically Epstein Island. Is what they're showing you. Is they take people there and they do all types of shit. It's a good movie. Brothers should watch that. Blink Twice.
Yeah, so they speaking. They just coming out now. They ain't speaking in code no more.
And again, because it's out there, so now they just whatever. What you gonna do about it? What Trump say? All right, get over it. We're moving on to the next shit. It's time for America to move on. That's what he said. What about the Epstein victims? He said, "Oh, you're just a terrible reporter. You fake news. Yeah, you're such a young woman. I've never seen you smile. It's time to get over it." That's what your president Donald Trump said about the Epstein files. Get over it. We're moving on. Yeah. Meanwhile, all these creepy emails are coming out. Get over it. And no one's mad that your politicians are a bunch of pedophiles and eat babies and drink blood. And brother, you read some of these files, you're like, what the fuck? The 16-year-old girl, which, hey, 16, whatever. But, the shit that you read is like, what the fuck they were doing to this bitch? I read one of the emails was about the bitch getting an abortion and how Maxine, Glissane, whatever the fuck her name, was in the room. And she's like, what the hell? What the hell is going on? And nobody cares. And then she's giving the details how the abortion worked. How to rip the baby out of her. What the fuck?
She's there to collect the fetus.
Yeah, exactly.
Go put it in the processor to feed it to somebody.
Meanwhile, her face is on the bulletin board on Walmart. Missing children. If it's been on Epstein Island 38 years. Now she coming in, which it's all set up anyway. Now they coming out in the woodwork, the victims.
It's all a big show.
Big show. Which this nigga. That nigga's still alive. Epstein, that nigga's alive. He probably chilling with Maduro on the island.
Well, Michael Jackson.
Yeah, they all on the island. All these celebrities, athletes that blow up and become somebody, you best believe they was at Epstein Island. Even Pusha T made the list. And you see that the AI they made for Epstein Island, and they show everything that he was connected to, bro. He was connected, which Israel, Mossad, CIA, they're all connected to the mainstream media, Nickelodeon, Disney. That's why these Disney characters end up bugged the fuck out. Miley Cyrus, a lot of these actresses and actors now, or even musicians, they were either Nickelodeon or Disney. They're all bugged out now. You wonder why? They were getting fiddled on the island. The Island Boys. Island Boys. Yeah. What island they talking about? Yeah. Sesame Street.
Hey, like we said, what people come to the online, they speak the truth.
Yeah.
They speak what's on their heart. So that Island Boys song, all these signs, people, that's when you
They've
come
been
up.
telling you.
Yeah, they tell you all their movies, like the brother saying movies, they're going to talk about, bro. Now it's open now. This is the truth. The truth is what it is.
People have become so desensitized to this freakiness and this perverseness that it's whatever. Oh, Epstein files said what? They did what to children? Whatever. Let's go have a drink at the bar. Let's go out for the the 14th. What's it called? Valentine's Day. Let's go out here. Meanwhile, they just keep releasing millions of documents of how decrepit this society is, and nobody gives a shit. They're more concerned about the immigrants, not about the sicko Congress person that you voted for and how he's on the Epstein list. Nobody cares about that. And that's what we're gonna keep asking you people. Did you see the Epstein files? Because you probably voted for somebody on there. But going back to Habakkuk 2, I'll finish 15 off. It says that, I was reading it again. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness.
And it's the education. So right now, everybody, you can see everyone's nakedness, man. The way Esau groomed people, educate all his whole society. You see what it does to people, you know? And that's what he is given to you, man. Talking about Esau, even so-called white man. He's giving you this lifestyle, this
culture.
All this. He's giving you all of this, man.
Jake is just acting out what they've been shown over the years, under the captivity of the devil.
He's unfit.
Is the point, though. Habakkuk 2 and 16. Thou art filled with shame for glory.
And the shame is showing now. This America's no longer glory. It's filled with shame for glory. Like, it's a fake society.
That's shameful, bro.
Yeah.
All the people that rule America and that have been presidents and these diplomats and people that, he's such a, even the Pope, motherfuckers on the Epstein list. That's shameful. They're coming out that they're supposed to be all these on this high morality high horse, and they've been listed among criminals, degenerates.
Hey, you remember that one time me and you were speaking where they like they might open up that black web to everybody, like that shit gonna come out.
Send it to everybo's email.
Yeah, I remember you said send it to an email, and then you're gonna actually see all these acts that we've been talking about. They do. It's gonna be videos of it just littered.
It ain't gonna be
and nobody
blacked out like the files are.
Exactly. Somebody gonna get it. Hey, we just seriously speculating what he's saying, but
that'll cause an uproar.
Yeah, that'll cause an uproar. Like, yo, I found a link where you can actually see the videos. It ain't burning out and all, and people ain't gonna know what to believe. And they can like, it's AI crash the system.
Yeah,
whatever.
AI
generated videos.
Because if you see what these motherfuckers recorded, bro, people would be in complete disgust.
But they got a cover of it if it ever do.
Yeah.
They say,
it's AI. That's all AI.
All AI.
ChatGPT that made it.
Yeah, I remember what they came out when they sent a couple of those videos that they found on Hillary Clinton's laptop and her emails. The dude ended up rushing out of the room to watch the video of what they did to that chick. He said he rushed out of that room and was kicking his brains out. He said everyone in there that saw those videos ended up killing themselves. It was like a group of 5 people that killed themselves over watching this video of what they did to this one chick on this island. I think they peeled off her skin, the skin of her face, and then they said that Hillary wore it on her face.
They show you that in movies, bro.
Crazy shit.
And we've been calling it out for decades. With the apostles, we've been telling you what it was on the files before the files was a thing. We've been telling these people were freaks and they're fucking degenerates and they do all kind of sadistic action, behind closed doors, and now it's all coming out. Because we told you they document this shit.
Yeah. It never leaves the internet.
Yeah.
Never leaves the internet. Whatever you put on there, it never leaves. So all those files, every video, everything recorded that's ever been put on the internet you can't get rid of it. You can't get rid of it, bro.
Yeah. Now it's
talking about delete.
That's on the cloud. You can delete it. Well, just like you can go back to old websites. There's a website that you can use that goes back to old websites. Like you can see what YouTube looked like in 2008. So you think they can't recall all that shit? You know how the internet works. Again, the internet you access is about 3% of the internet you can access. About 3%.
That's why, again, that dark web shit.
But again, what were they using on the dark web? They were using Bitcoin. Now Bitcoin's being tied to Epstein. The dark web, the Bitcoin was made for the dark web shit.
Oh, so this how y'all was able to make the transactions and do all this stuff.
You remember You can't trace it. Exactly. You couldn't trace Bitcoin, you know. So it's you're not anonymous. And now it's coming out.
Dump that shit.
That's it. Now it's Bitcoin. All right, fuck at it. But let me finish. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee.
Yeah, and it's starting out with the truth. That's what we're bringing out. All right, it's the truth. It's being brought out, bro. So that's how the judgment starts. The Lord judges you. He exposes you. Because the prophets came out and spoke it, like your brother said. Now the Lord is finna let y'all see. Damn, them dudes. And that's what, again, we gonna be highly sought after. Them dudes was telling the fucking truth, man.
He told you leaders were corrupt individuals. The shit they do behind closed doors is shameful, and now it's being brought out to public. And they're still in an uproar. Because they got black, and they got images and shit on there of all the freaky shit, and just blacked it out. But again, there's somewhere on the internet where they ain't blacked out.
Yeah, somebody just made happen. Yeah.
They leak it. And they'll say, oh, it was a leak.
Yeah.
Nah, nigga, they purposely leaked it.
Yeah, because they knew what it would cause.
Yeah.
They knew what it would cause, and then again, blame it on AI. Yeah. That's it. Those are all AI generated videos. What you saw. Hey, that's why they show you Men in Black, Will Smith come with the little thing.
The nebulizer.
Yeah, with the nebulizer. That's the cell phones. The media.
Yeah.
The nebulizer, flash, and then what? He re-educate everybody.
Sorry, they tell you what you're supposed to repeat.
And then that's it, bro.
On to the next one.
On to the
Now they'll throw another crisis out there that you forget about the pedophiles you vote for. It says, finish it off, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
Yep, shameful spewing. Because right now you people are talking shit. Some of you are waking up to this shit. Right? A lot of you sleep, but a lot of you are waking up to it. Because that's just the balance of it. You know? You're starting to see society for what it really is. And that's the Lord taking the spirit, drawing the spirit out of this place. He's taking away that devil's power.
Show them for the hypocrites that they are. You know, here it is that y'all rule the earth and try to be the most moral country on the planet. Is being shown that you're a bunch of your glory being turned into shame. You know, and these guys are a bunch of pedophiles. You know,
And the person that you made look so bad, and the problem of everything was the so-called Black Hispanic American man, the so-called the Israelite man. I'm gonna just say the Israelite man. That's what made it look so bad, bro. Like they was the problem on the whole earth. That's why those men are going to be the most respected and highly sought after, because what society is starting to realize that, hey, these Black Hispanic Americans, they ain't so bad. It's the devil. It's the white devil. They say, yo, hey, are they gonna come apologize? Well, I'm sorry we made you guys look so good. I'm sorry we disrespected you. But you're gonna be bowing down, man. That's the blessing from Jacob.
even in I forgot which war it was, but I remember they took I think it was somewhere in Asia, but they took a bunch of American hostages, and then they wanted gold, to release the hostages. But the ones they released was the women and the black men, and they told the black guys and said, "Our problem's not with you, our war's not with you," and they kept all the white men. Cause the world knows, man, that niggas and spics go around anywhere to these foreign countries. They don't get dissed on like the Edomite dude does, because they know that the Edomites are a problem. Devil, they call him the white devil, Satan. They're not talking about the Negro Latino. They're like, damn, look what they're doing to them over there in their own country. They're talking about coming over here to help the protesters in Iran. Look what they're doing to the niggas and spics in America.
Look at your history. That's
Right.
why some of them will bring up the history of America. Let's not forget the history of America and it going to the genocide of the Native Americans. Every now and then you get a leader of one of those countries that would have mentioned that throughout the years. They go in their face. You would see that. But again, now the small houses have taken over all basically the media. All the news nations, they got control over all.
Education.
Yeah, so they it's certain things you can't say on there no more. They control it all.
I was saying, if you bring that up, you're anti-Semitic. For bringing up what happened to the Native Americans, you're anti-Semitic now. Because what? Because you got to go into, once you start talking about slavery, you got to talk about who funded it. You know, now you're into
He's all behind everything. He funded all this wicked shit. He's behind it. It was him.
But they're the victims. Now they're the victim. Again, they're playing the victim. You know, just like they're now with the Epstein files, they're the victims. The small hats are the victims because all this information is coming out. They're the victims. Are you anti-Semitic because you're trying to tie us to Epstein? They're going to show you who the corporate is.
He's behind it all.
This is Nahum chapter 3 and verse 5. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face.
Yep. The Lord said, I'm against you. He's going to discover your skirts upon your face. So the whole time you made the world that believe that you was God, man. That you're the image of God. Okay? That's Go ahead.
And I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock.
Yep. Make the God accept as a gazing stock. And that's America right now. Is on the front lines, man. Everybody looking at this place, bro.
That's why Trump is going so hard with distracting, going into other countries, because all these the shameful spirits coming out. So you gotta distract with war, do something. Yeah, you gotta keep the American people focused on the war. Yeah, you're dropping bombs, but the Epstein files is time to move on.
Yep. Hey, Trump is he's the man in the seat, man.
Leave it alone, bro. Hell yeah, he's been saying that since the beginning.
He floored it. He's like the mad guy that he's already checked out. He already knows he's gonna commit suicide. Got a car full of passengers. Angels on the highway, Florida. Everybody loves him shit, but they can't get out the car. And the nigga's at the wheel, and Trump just headed straight for the wall.
He called the shots, man. The small guys let him know, hey, man, you do what I tell you to do, man.
Boy, bitch, he's on the list too. He's on the list.
Hold on, Prime Minister. Go ahead, huh?
Verse 7. And it shall come to pass that all they that look upon thee shall flee from thee, and say, Nineveh is laid waste. Who will bemoan her? When shall I see comforters for thee?
So,
Yeah, real quick, you got a lot of nations right now that are like looking at America kind of sideways and saying like, yo, we want no part of this. And we get as far away from you as possible. So a lot of nations are going to cut ties with America with all this shameful spewing that's coming out. And it's going to get to a point to where you're going to have them shoot at this place. They're going to be like, yo, this place got to go. This is the shit they've been doing that they've allowed on the earth. This is America. America's the only real big nation that's tied with the Epstein files. You don't hear shit about China or Russia being associated
yeah,
with that.
Russia was speaking against it. Well, he said some slick shit like their vampire eating something society is over with. He said, I saw a post, I don't know how true it is, but
It was the girls, I think the president of Colombia, he said that America's pedophile ring that he was going in. The group of pedophiles that lead that country. I'm like, damn. So every nation's calling it out. But again, they're not showing that to the public, American public. All these nation leaders is calling your leadership out. The only people, well, you got some dudes, some guys from the UK that was called out, and obviously Israel, but majority is from America.
yeah, so they got America like when they went to Iran, they tried to get the people electricity, Starlink, to give them internet. They're just trying to give them media, trying to allow people to see shit, or whatever the case may be. But Iran knew how to block that shit and get it up out of there. So reason why you're not seeing what's really going on like that, because America got all of those stations blocked, bro. Yeah, Western media, you can't get a hold to it. But on the outside, it's probably popping off, man. You know, these people probably saying all types of shit. Who knows, bro?
So real quick, this is 1 Corinthians 4 and 5. Therefore, judge nothing before the time until the Lord, Yahweh Shai come, who both will bring to light the hidden things of darkness and will make manifest the counsels of the hearts.
Yep, and make manifest the counsel of the hearts. Go ahead.
And they shall it says, and then shall every man have praise of the Most High.
Exactly. He's being exposed, man. The man who set himself up as the image of God, and that all embodies America, just Esau, Edom in general, bro. All right, whether he's an American Edomite, a rich Edomite, a Russian, it don't matter. You're getting exposed, man. And all systematic.
And that's why they gotta throw some niggas into the Epstein list. Oh, Jay-Z's on it. Nigga, it's a bunch of devils, crackers on that list. Yeah, of course, the rappers and athletes. But who got him into that? Who taught Diddy about the baby oil? Yeah, where you learn that
Whose
from?
platform is that?
Right.
That they were able to get on there and do these things. Again, who owns that shit? They just users of it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They're the victims.
Yeah. They using the system that was who allowed the system to be set up in the first place? Not Jay-Z.
Or who did these celebrities sell they soul to?
Yeah. It all points back to one group of people, bro. Hey, you talking about Jay-Z and R. Kelly, whatever Jake on there. Yeah, them niggas that smart, they invented that shit.
Right.
That's their platform.
What about Mr. Finkelstein?
Come on,
Right.
bro.
And the record company, the label company.
You know how much money it would cost to set something like this up? Ain't no nigga ain't got that kind of money, man. Or got that kind of power or authority.
That's right.
And if he does, because Jay-Z and his woman, they got billions. Look at them, they're Satanists. You know, they was on Epstein Island, shit, getting freaked off and freaking off.
Jay-Z, how he looks now, man. He looks like a
A demon. How the hell you got these big ass?
Psycho Bob.
Yeah, Basquiat, he tried to imitate that gay painting. You know? Yep, that's why he's known to be Gacy.
So he being exposed. Oh, he really is.
Rockefeller, we talk about Rock Nation. And
Right.
Yeah, wonder why. And he's been sold out since the 90s.
Hey, that's why that one dude went on the Charlemagne show. He was talking to Charlemagne.
Oh, yeah,
and told him
Dave
why he
Dash.
never talked nothing bad about Jay-Z.
Oh, yeah.
He put his ass on the spot.
Yeah.
He
He said,
freak off too.
hey, it's coming out, but why you never say shit? He said, I think you're gay. And he said, what you got something against GA people? He's like, nah. Because why? If he would have said it, he tried to get him. What you gonna say about it?
And his handler come get him.
Yeah. What you gonna
You
say
know,
about
he next thing you know, 8 bitches come out of the woodwork saying she got raped by him. 18 years ago, you touched me funny.
Wow.
You can't go against the script, man.
Yeah.
You know? Does it? Go ahead.
This is Second Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 8.
Start to go at verse 3.
I got you. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
That's what's happening, man. Esau Edom is now being revealed. We're in that time. And it's talking about the return of Yahushua. Okay? The falling away been happening. Israelites forgot who they were. They were removed out of their land. Their heritage was stripped from them. Other nations have went into that land and claimed the heritage of Israel. And now, the very same people who did that are being revealed, man. The sons of perdition. Which, one of the brothers just had mentioned it again a couple days ago in one of the videos. I think it was Elder Yashawamba, that the day that the state of Israel was declared, that same day they was at war. To show you that those aren't the Lord's people. Because the scriptures talk about that when the Lord shall set them back in that land, that there should be peace. But what happened the same day they were established? They went to war. I believe it was Egypt who
Yeah,
said this.
Egypt. Yeah, Egypt. There have been multiple wars. To this day, shit, there's still wars.
To this day.
Y'all weren't supposed to go into that land, bro. Even though it was prophesied, for you to do, but I mean, y'all weren't never supposed to set foot in that land and claim to be those people. So you trying to hold a position that ain't yours, it's gonna bring you to your destruction.
Now that's why, now the Lord, what he has going on the earth is the small hats over there in the Middle East, and their works that they've been doing over here in America is being revealed. So a lot of this shit that's happening over here in America is because of the small hats. Epstein, all them dudes are small hats, man. Zuckerberg,
So that you see you little devils, y'all the problem of everything. Every nation, that's what every nation gonna realize, like, yo, y'all, they the problem. Y'all behind all of it. When we sit back and think about it, you connected every problem we have in life, is you. That's why.
and it's been so since the Israelites left out of Egypt. When we were coming over to this land that the Lord gave unto us, who were the first ones there trying to block the way? These fucking Amalekites, man. They were the first ones there that tried to make war with us, man. And now look at them there again, over there in the same place. This time they have control of the whole earth, and they still trying to stay, get in the way.
And if I can back you up, it's one thing if the Lord just destroyed this place, but the Lord is revealing why he's going to do what he's going to do, shedding the light on the wickedness and the hidden things, of Esau, Edom, and it's exciting because we see it, we believe from the report of the apostles and elders, but now the Lord is allowing everybody else to see it now.
Because the vision was given for a point in time, but at the end it shall speak. See, we was already given the vision. What is coming out now, it was already revealed onto the prophets. That's why the prophets was actually reporting it. The Lord said, what? Give them warning from me. So we already been telling you what you're seeing now. It's just that now you're getting a taste of the reality of that vision. That's what you're getting. And the vision is going to continuously escalate. It's going to continuously manifest, man. The more things that we've been talking about is going to speak more and more. So how much more of his judgment? Because that's what we're coming into the time of. We're coming into the time where the Lord is about to viciously judge this place in totality. And he's starting with showing his judgment through bringing down the wicked, man. That's why he said what? To sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, for there's no throne. There was a set measure to be fulfilled, and now that measure is being fulfilled. Now the Lord he's removing back those angels that have been holding back the judgment and unleashing upon this place, man. That's the time we coming in. Huh?
Hey, it really, man, this is a spiritual, thought, bro. Once brothers start, if we get to that point where brothers healing on camera, that's probably when Esau gonna pull the plug on this internet shit. Let all the videos out.
I'll say it's AI.
Yeah, say it's AI. Open up all the FT, open up that dark web, because it's gonna have to counter the miracles that the brothers gonna do online. It's gonna have to counter. How they able to do it? But they gonna believe and see what we do more than anything. It's gonna overshine it, so to say, the miracles that the Lord gonna release on the prophets. That's what everybody gonna want to see. That's what everybody gonna want to cover. They want to see that. Oh, the shit that they was doing. And then Esau, he gonna come. He gonna come with that persecution, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's the fame that went out. That it couldn't be stopped. Once people saw the miracles, it couldn't but speak on the things that they saw Yahushua and the apostles doing. They couldn't help but speak about it.
One of the miracles now that's being seen on the earth is how the hell did these regular men come out with this information
Before it was made public.
Right. How the hell did they find out? And the apostles always, tell us about that account of that dude that came over and asked how the hell they found out. Here it is. Regular old men, regular slaves found out about all your wicked deeds and have been exposing it for years now.
Yeah, because what you got to think about is these devils, they seek geek to hide the counsel, right? That's why the scriptures say, woe unto them. Look, they done had MK Ultra. They done had COINTELPRO, right? They done infiltrated different of our communities through the media, through the music, through the entertainment industry, movies, to indoctrinate our people to be completely lost. So that's how you know, like the elder priest Mayim just mentioned, it's already a miracle how we woke up. How did y'all get this confidential and declassified information, right? Because it was classified, now it's declassified. How did y'all get it? Well, the scripture tell you that what? The Lord said what? I will establish them right in front of you, man.
The brother just read it. The man of sin be revealed.
Sure.
And keep reading.
And I got you, King.
Because it goes into why it's happening. This is, again, it's that time for the Lord to get ready to send Yahushua. So these things must be so.
That's right.
It's necessary for all these things to be coming out on the news about what these white people are doing around the earth, man. It's necessary.
I'm starting from the top, bro. This is Second Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God or that is worship.
Yeah, who else is walking on the earth portraying himself to be high and mighty like he is the Most High? It's a so-called white man. That's who it is. It ain't nobody else. The so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American man is content with what he has. All these other heathen nations, they're trying to catch up to Esau because they had made themselves confederate with him. So they trying to see where's my piece of the pie in this. So that's why you got the other nations even trying to catch up with Esau. But it's Esau who's trying to set a standard of he's the one in power. He's the one that has all these CCTV cameras all over the place. He's the one sending the satellites up into the atmosphere to look back down upon the earth. Because a lot of those satellites ain't pointed out looking into space. A majority of those satellites are looking back down on earth. Why? So that he can watch you, man. So he can track everything.
Or weaponize it.
Yep. Go ahead.
Or that is worship, so that he as God.
Yeah, and he's worshipped through the miracles of his technology, especially in the medical field, man. With his healings that he so-called brings, which brings nothing but more death in the long game. But in the short game, he's idolized as a god through his medical advances, man. Where they show the movie I Am Legend, where they start the movie off with showing the cure for cancer, and it brought about the destruction of the whole damn United States or the world. I don't know if they say the whole world in that movie, but New York was through. That place was completely overrun by zombies, man. Yeah, because of the Jews. They came out with a cure, and what ended up happening was death came. Well, that's what this man is exalted in. What this man is going to bring to the earth through the power that he's given him, or not given himself, but that he's portrayed the earth to the world, is going to be death, man. And that's why it's important for the men of the Lord to be out here to discover this man's sins and to reveal them to the world, because those that are going to be saved are going to look upon these things and prepare themselves to be kept from this destruction. Go ahead, up.
It says, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time.
That he might be revealed in his time. And whose time? In Esau's time, man. And guess what? Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So Esau is the end of his own time, man. He's going to be revealed in his rulership, during his era, and he's going to bring about the end of his own era. Go ahead.
Yeah, he laid his own snare, his own trap. He's gonna fall in it.
That's the was that? Esther chapter 7. Haman getting thrown on his own gallows, man.
Hang 'em high.
For the mystery of iniquity doth already work.
Yeah, because during that time when this was written, the Roman Empire was in power. And that's the so-called white man that was ruling. Okay? It might have not have been the small hats at that particular time, but those were Edomites. You got it out?
Only, Slovakia, only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way.
The Most High let that man be put in charge. And he fell, he was wounded, but then he came back during the Renaissance. That deadly wound was healed. And he stood back up on his feet. Okay? And here we are today. Still under this man's thumb. Still in the hands of these devils. And now the worst of the Edomites is ruling the earth, the damn Amalekites. That's the scum of Esau. The Barry Manilow's of the world. You ain't never seen an Amalekite taller than 5'6", 5'7", man.
Hey, remember we saw one the other week?
Little motherfuckers, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, remember that in Harry Potter they were depicted as trolls.
Right.
You know, little fucking troll brain. You know, French on their head.
Demons.
Fitness,
A literal demon, bro.
Epstein, Finkelstein, all the fucking shots, you know, the Horowitz and the fucking Amalek names. It just rubs people wrong. Anybody hear them names, they automatically fucking devil.
Hey, bro, and it's, bro, why you think you being controlled saying anti-semantics? I'm using Elder Alchemy. Anti-semantics. You know, bro, that's being governed on American media. Like, you being persecuted by a foreign, let's say a foreign government. Like, you under them. I thought this was America, the home of the free.
Free speech.
Where you can say what you wanted to say.
You can say anything except about them.
Yeah.
You can talk about niggas and spicks, but you talk about the small hats, then your bank canceled you. You lost your job. It's because you talked about them.
Remember that post from 2013?
Yeah.
We gotta let you go. You just can't be associated with this kind of rhetoric.
6 million Jews. Yeah, there you go. But again, that's how you know who the corporate is. Who's in control, you can't talk about it.
And to show you the power of the Lord, that's why I said, he who not letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. The Lord set these devils up to be in charge at the end of the day. The most feeble of Edomites are the ones that are ruling this earth. Weak ass ones, man.
Hey, he saw it through.
No power, but got the most to say. That's these Amalekites, man.
So you can pick his little ass up like this.
Kick that little nigga
You tell me this little motherfucker, boy, while I'm in all this pain. Like,
But that show you the power of the Lord. It's going
right.
to tell you in Daniel's 4 and 17, this is the decree by the watchers and the intent that the living may know that the Most High rules in the kingdom of men, and he giveth it over to who he see fit, even the basis of men. So the Lord, he revealed his power by putting the lowest at the top and put the top at the bottom.
You got Ishmael over there. They got videos all over the damn internet of Ishmael whooping that nigga's ass. If it wasn't for America's planes flying over the damn skies, Ishmael would have been whooped them niggas' asses over there in the Middle East, man. But it's America that, with its might, which is the hammer of the earth, over there saving their asses, man. Because otherwise, they would. What happened before they got into their land? They got chased out of every goddamn country in Europe.
motherfucker, get him out of here.
Yeah, nobody liked them, man. That's what Hitler was trying to say. I ain't the one with the small hats. It's America got the true ones, the true jewels of the Lord. These guys ain't the jewels. These motherfuckers are a goddamn flea in my ass. Get these fuckers out of my country.
He was wondering himself.
Yeah, but you know, he had
It
his
was
own
his agenda, yeah. They just used him to push that agenda because they had to justify the reason. they were going to do.
Whole fake ass story, bro.
The Amalekites have never been able to do anything against anybody else.
That's why they had to take control of the currency, the financial system.
So they
They said, fuck it, we
control
can't beat them, you know. So let's just own them.
They were able to now finance an army to protect them. They took over. They controlled the money.
Back to the
And now they
church.
control everybody. And then we pay for our armies.
That's why the Pope wears a small hat. Right? They got into the money, into the religion, you know, and the military. They own it all, cut through the money system.
And they play chess with you motherfuckers.
Hey, just like you say, America receives some weapons that they ain't never seen before in Venezuela. Who you think gave them that? When you go into all that hyper weapons, this, that, and the third, man, the small hats arm those weapons, the top weapons, like weapons they plan to use against the angels and Yahweh Shai. Bro, they have that type of shit, bro.
And the military doesn't make it. They buy it from these the military industrial complex, which I guess who owns them? Black Rocks. And it's fucking small hats. And even the CEOs and presidents, there's small hats. Like the CEO of BlackRock, Larry Fink, guess what? His son was named in the Epstein files saying that he can't stand oil. He said he hates anybody that's not Jew. That's all the Epstein files. And that was, I forgot what his name is, but it's Larry Fink's son, which is currently the CEO of BlackRock. They can't stand him. They don't want to be around you people, including the rest of the Edomites. They can't stand you people.
And then after World War II, they had that fight between who's going to get the wise men team, so that they could create these weapons to further put their foothold or their stronghold over the nations of the world. So they paid these dudes to come and develop some technology, these wise men, that would eventually bring about their own demise. Man. That's why he will not let them till he takes it away. Now the Lord has set up these devils, all right, these small hats, the ones over there calling themselves Israelis. He set them up perfectly. Because now he's getting ready to take them out of the way, and he's going to let them use them, do it to themselves, man.
Yeah, ultimately, they're the cause of World War III. Israel. Statement of Israel.
They've been the issue with all three of them.
Exactly, yeah, really, yeah.
World War I, World War II, and III, the small hats were in the background.
And even going back to the Civil War and the British War, America, all them wars were funded by who? The small hats. Because the Rothschild family, they've been in the banks since the 1600s. You know, funding these wars.
American Revolution.
The Napoleon War. They've been in since the Napoleon War. They've been funding wars, man. Now, what, 1700s?
Yeah, that's when they finally got their full control over Europe with the Napoleon War.
Which there's a lot of lies amongst that. Who was fighting? They were fighting the Russians because Jake was still ruling in Russia at that time. If you go into the history of original czars and shit in Russia, the Jakes. But that's another topic for another day.
Verse 8, 2 Thessalonians 2:8. And then shall that wicked, and then shall that wicked be revealed.
Hey, them Epstein files is revealing who the wicked is, shit. They goddamn. Like that. So people should be burning buildings. I know what's wrong with it. They go to show you how stupefied these people have become that they won't even stand up, knowing that their whole government is filled with satanic, baby-eating devils. They ain't doing shit about it.
And a lot of these people that have talked shit about the prophets, about us saying that the so-called white man is the devil all these years, are now shutting the hell up. Now they ain't saying shit. A lot of them feel ashamed that they ever said that about you. Damn, he was right, man. They devil, man. They doing this.
How do you know?
Over there holding their child. Oh my God.
You voted for him,
This
motherfucker.
happened to you. But here it is. You were being warned years ago, man. Go ahead.
Hey man, the prophet's gonna have such a good.
He will last
man.
best.
Because bro, we've been out here speaking nothing but truth through the spirit and power. How show me how it's shy, man. Starting from my elders on down, man. That's why it's so funny now. I was like, oh, you just now realizing that?
We didn't need the Epstein files to tell you these people were fucking satanic.
And we should right now we ain't gonna say nothing to you.
No.
We just gonna say word. You come. Oh, did I what? Did I what?
I want you to
What
say
are you
it.
gonna tell me now?
Just
See this spot? Word.
break it down.
Let me know. Hey, but all in all, what to get you to start speaking that sweet song to him, and I'm like, I ain't gonna sing it. Unless the Lord want me to sing it.
That's crazy.
And he gonna put a spirit on you whether you gonna sing it or not. What's that name?
Right.
Hey,
Clowns, man.
you gonna realize, bro, some of you might be too late. That's it.
Not some more.
Yeah.
I'm start from the top again. 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Yes, sir. The spirit of his mouth and the brightness of his coming. And right now, you're gonna really see that. Oh, those were the men of God, bro. I remember that about a month ago that this Edomite came. Well, he appeared to be Edomite, and we was breaking the scriptures down to him, going to the mark of the beast. This, that, and third for a long time. And I was like, so when you leave, you gonna tell people who the Hebrew Israelites are. I heard about them. Like, because he said, I heard about them. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? We didn't attack him. You know, we didn't judge him just because he looked like an Edomite. Oh, you might be, hey, you could be Israelite, you could be not. We just here to tell you the truth. And if you can get it, you can get it. Bam, he left off like, hey, man. He got basically a true testimony of what we was about, man. You know? And everybody that come up here, like the Doeg that keep passing by every day, he know we telling the truth, bro. That's why he rides by the